Hi, my name is Terry from That Cloth Pad Life, and today I'm going to be answering some frequently asked questions on how to switch from these to these. I just want to start this video with my usual disclaimer to say that this video is not sponsored in any way, shape or form. All of the pads I show in this video I bought with my own money from UK sellers, with the exception of this pad right here, and I'll tell you at the end of the video why that is. The first question that I get asked quite a lot is how many pads do I need to get started? And in all honesty, if you're considering cloth pads, you've never bought one before and you're just wondering if they're for you, you only need one pad to get started. If you use that one pad twice within your cycle for an entire year, you will save 24 of these going into landfills. So if reducing your eco footprint is something that appeals to you, then you only need one to get started. However, if you're in a position to be switching to cloth permanently, then all you need to do is look at how many disposables you use either in a day or in a cycle to figure out how many pads you need. So for an example, if you use 4 to 5 pads every 24 hours and you want enough pads to last your entire day, then you would need to buy 4 or 5 cloth pads. With your entire cycle, if you use between 15 and 25 pads, then you need to buy between 15 and 25 cloth pads to last your entire cycle. Another question I get asked quite a lot is about length. So which length of pad do I need? Now, most disposable pads are between 9 inches for daytime pads and 10 inches for nighttime pads. So if those lengths work great for you, then excellent. You already know what size pad you need to be buying, either 9 or 10 inches. However, if you don't find that the length works for you, either your nighttime pads are too short or your daytime pads are too long, then you can always look into buying smaller or larger pads. In our house, for example, our smallest pad is 5.5 inches. That is my teens smallest pad. And my largest nighttime pad is 13.5 inches. So as you can see, quite a bit different from your standard 9 to 10 inch disposable pad. You get a lot more variety in cloth and you can build your stash to suit your body. Another question I get asked quite a lot is about absorbency. So how do the absorbancies correlate from disposable pads to cloth pads? So most makers of cloth pads will have different absorbancies available on their Etsy shops or on their websites or on their Facebook pages. So how do these correlate? So this pad, for example, is a liner. So as you can see, it says on there, liner. This would equate to a disposable panty liner. So this pad in particular is designed to be worn every day for discharge or spotting or just for comfort. And so a lot of makers sell everything from panty liners all the way up to nighttime pads. Kerry from TCS-eco, she makes this pad. When I went to make this video, I realized that I didn't have any 8-inch liners to show you in this video. So she kindly sent me this pad to feature in this video. I'm going to be doing a giveaway on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @thatclothpadlife, all one word. I'll be doing a giveaway for this pad at the end of June. So yeah, this is a liner equivalent to a panty liner disposable. The next pad is the regular pad or the moderate pad. This again equates to say an always ultra everyday pad, a regular flow. Usually on the teardrop system it would be equivalent to the 2 or the 3 out of 5. And again, this pad is again from TCS-eco. I bought this with my own money, just the same as I bought these with my own money. And again, Kerry is amazing as she actually puts on all of her pads the flow right there, so there's no confusion when you're reaching for a pad. So yeah, this is a regular, again, equivalent to a regular flow disposable pad. Then you move on to heavy. So this would be a 3 or a 4 on the teardrop system. So it's not the heaviest flow that is available. And then you've got the nighttime. Most sellers have either 3 or 4 absorbencies. They usually start with a liner or a light pad, then they move on to a regular or a moderate pad, and then they move on to a heavy flow, and then a nighttime flow. So they are equivalent to the Disposable's panty liner, regular flow, heavy flow, and night flow. Now that I've covered both length and absorbency of pads, another thing I wanted to talk about is shape. So once you start researching pads, you'll see that a lot of makers make pads in different shapes. So there are shapes like angular. So for instance, this one has a more angular shape. There are pads with rounded fronts. This one is a Petite shape from TCS-eco. So you'll see it's the same as the classic, but the edges don't come out so much. And this one is an hourglass shape as well. You'll often find that makers also make front bleeding pads or back bleeding pads. They're pads with, say, a smaller shape at the front and a wider shape at the back. Again, all you need to do is look at your flow and figure out what works best for you. As you can see, I have all different shapes and sizes. I have everything from 13.5 inches. My 13.5 inches I'll actually show you because it has a muffin top. I use this one for nighttime. So this one has a muffin top, and I find that best. It has quite a wide back. So this is the pad one of the pads that I use for nighttime. This pad was made by HandmadeByLDavies on Etsy. So yeah, as you can see, lots of different shapes and sizes, and most stashes are built up of different shapes and sizes for different days of your period and for different flows. So when I get the question about which shape to buy, really I say get a few of each. Just include a few of each in your stash, because you never know if you're going to have a really heavy front bleeding day or a really light back bleeding day. You don't know what is going to suit you until you try it. So I would say get a couple of each within your stash. So I think that's it for today. I just wanted to come on and answer a few questions that I get frequently asked on my Instagram and my Facebook through my messages. How many pads to buy, what shape to buy, what length to buy, what absorbency to buy. If you're building a stash to last your entire cycle, usually between 15 and 30 pads, then you really do have that chance to play around, get a few lengths and absorbencies. What I would say is if disposable pads 9 and 10 inches work for you, then start there. If they do not work for you, if your nighttime 10-inch pads don't suit your flow, if you are overflowing, leaking out the sides, then definitely start with a bigger pad. So for example, this is an 11-inch nighttime pad, and let me open this up. This is the size difference. So as you can see, a lot longer, a lot thicker. For me, I feel more protected with a longer nighttime pad. Like I said, my largest nighttime pad is 13.5 inches. I never ever got on with a 10-inch disposable pad, even when I used disposables 10 years ago. So I was really grateful to be able to find a pad that suited me. If you have any questions that I haven't covered in this video, please pop them in the comments down below and I'll answer them as best I can. As I said, Kerry quite kindly sent me this 8-inch liner from TCS-eco. I'll pop her information in the description down below, and follow my Instagram at thatclothpadlife. I'll be doing a giveaway at the end of June for this pad right here.